Welcome back to Klonoa. So I realized that last episode I started with um complaining about my mouse. None of you guys are going to actually get what I mean. Basically, my mouse has started to double click.
Oh, it's all sticky.
Yeah, it's starting to get a little sticky.
Oh, yeah. At that point, you're better off just getting a new mouse, because there's no fixing a sticky mouse.
No, I know. I'm just holding on to it. Actually, just starts doing it fully constantly.
Okay,
Well,
here's my advice if you're like about to get a new mouse.
I already have a mouse in the back, waiting in the wings.
That's a shame. Like I remember when my G502 Hero mouse was having a similar issue. So I was like, okay, let me just look for some mice that are on sale, and I ended up finding the Logitech G Pro, one of the better no nonsense mouses out there. And not only was it only 40 euros, but it came with a Steam voucher of Ghostwire Tokyo, which was
nice.
which was new at the time. So oh, am I going to spend 60 bucks on this game I was planning on getting, or am I going to spend 40 bucks instead and get a mouse alongside it? And I was like, hey, you know what? My father needs a mouse as well. So then I picked him one up as well. And I gave the other code to my friend Connor because he needed stuff to play on his Steam Deck, which was also new at the time.
Nice. I need a Steam Deck so badly.
No, you don't.
Actually, not badly, but I would like a Steam Deck.
Well, a couple of weeks ago there was a sale going on when they were getting rid of their stock of the 64GB model and the 512GB model of the regular one, and that was only 350, give or take.
Yeah. Kind of tempted on the OLED though.
Well, it has a lot of comforts, but aside from downloading games faster and being able to run games at 90 FPS instead of 60, do you really need it?
In terms of, well, if you say if do I need it? No, but is it? I don't. No, not really. But orange. But it's orange, so.
There's plenty of aftermarket modifications you can get for it.
I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, so this stage introduces us to my least favorite enemies in this game. These shelled assholes.
I'm looking at them and I'm like, are these this game's equivalent of the slicer from Sonic 2?
Not that bad, but you can only bullet them when their face is out.
Okay, well, how can they be equivalent to the slicers when they have no knives for hands and instead?
I mean, they have
gun
guns
launchers
for hands. They have guns for hands, so they're gun slicers.
They're gunners.
Guns for hands. What are they? Digimon? I don't know if there's actual Digimon out there that have guns for hands.
Yes,
I just
there
know
is.
that it.
Yes, there is.
I just know that it's a common meme for people to talk about Digimon evolutions compared to Pokemon evolutions.
Yes, there is actually.
When a Digimon evolves, they just get built-in AK-47 or something like that.
There's one that has Gatling guns for arms.
Lovely.
I will show you a picture when this episode is over, by the way.
And then we'll put it on. And then we can put it on screen or something.
True.
So I guess that means that Digimon teaches us all one very important lesson. When you grow up, you're legally not allowed to use the airport anymore.
God damn it.
I mean, there's not. I mean, it's not just the airport.
Well, no, but the airport is the first thing people tend to think of when it comes to heavily secure places. Well, that and concerts, but I'm still pretty sure that the average person goes more to airports than they go to concerts. Or maybe that's just me being out of touch. Have you guys ever gone to a concert?
No.
No, I don't plan on it.
Right. I
Nice.
mean, I do plan on it, but it can wait.
Nice number, by the way.
And to be fair, I might not have gone to like concerts, but I have been in audiences for like TV shows. So
I haven't.
yeah.
I haven't been part of the live studio audience yet. I don't think it's gonna happen, but I don't know, because those don't really exist anymore. They just use laugh tracks.
You know, that actually is something funny about when I was at in the audience for a satirical news show. Basically, imagine the Dutch equivalent of Last Week Tonight with John Oliver, except not as funny. Basically, the guy, not the guy who was like recording the show, but the guy who was welcoming the audience and whatnot. There you go. He was like, if something is supposed to sound funny, just laugh about it, even if you don't think it's funny. So the people of like this news label they were supposedly beefing with can claim that we're using a laugh track. I thought that was pretty funny. And I've actually seen I've seen episodes of it on YouTube, and not just episodes, but episodes where I was in the audience, and I just love reading through the comments, going like, "Oh my god, someone in the audience is like having a fucking heart attack out of laughing. This is so fake." And then everybody who responds with that comment is like, "Yeah, it's fake. Yeah, it's fake. Yeah, it's fake." I can tell you, it's not fake. It's just extremely staged.
What's the difference?
Well, if it's staged, it has still dynamic laughter. If it's a laugh track, it's edited in post. Or it's edited in. So stage is still a bit on the authentic side.
Duh. What was I thinking? That's such an obvious thing.
Yeah.
If you couldn't tell, I'm very stupid sometimes.
Well, you also mentioned backstage that you're tired, so
That's not an excuse for a lack of intelligence.
Well, it is.
Not really.
Yes and no.
Yes, it is.
Yes and no. Because some people can have lapse in judgment when they're tired. Speaking of lapse in judgment, I have no idea why I would still had my forward momentum when I was in the air.
Yeah, that's weird.
I mean, I had 22 lives.
So you can just burn through them.
I should get back to playing Judgment.
I need to too, but I also need to learn how to play Mahjong.
Well, you can just skip that. That's kind of what I tend to do with those kinds of things.
Nah.
Let me tell you. If there's one thing I've learned when trying to 100% Yakuza 0, it's that I'm never going to 100% a Yakuza game. Either that or I need outside sources, but I haven't reached a definitive Mahjong cheat or something like Shogi on Yakuza 0. I can cheat because I can just download the Shogi app on my phone and make sure that the opponent picks the opponent is the first one to go, so I can mimic their moves. And have the computer tell me what the best course of action is. I haven't found something similar like that to do with Mahjong.
I feel like the J in Mahjong is either silent or like you pronounce that with a J.
Well, I know it's more pronounced Mahjong, but to be fair, when I played it like back in the day on my grandmother's Windows 7 computers, I just called it Mahjong because I couldn't even speak English at the time. So
yeah, fair enough. All right, fair enough.
Although at the same time, those memories of me playing Mahjong on my grandmother's computer kind of gave me a bit of whiplash when I realized that Mahjong on Windows 7 or Windows Vista, or both of them, is not quite the same as Mahjong, like traditional Mahjong.
No, because there's two different kinds of Mahjong. There's Mahjong Solitaire, and then there's Mahjong proper.
Yeah.
Yeah. And most of the like preloaded games on Windows at the time. Remember when Windows used to have preloaded games? I miss those days. Can we get back to those days?
Can we get like pinball back?
No.
Well, I never cared that much about like 3D Pinball Space Cadet. It's only very recently, and by only very recently I mean like the last 4 years or something, that I was really getting into Minesweeper.
I mean, same.
Like I'm telling you, to this day I still every now and then go on internet, type in Google like Minesweeper, because there's this site that allows you to like change so much about it, to a point where it allows me to have like, I want to say an 80 by 80 grid or something like that.
That is huge.
Yeah, and there was a time when I used to have a different, a non-Windows operating system installed on my laptop, Ubuntu, and I think that came pre-installed with some games, with Minesweeper, or well, Mines as it was called, being one of them.
If I was gonna play like a if I was gonna play a Yakuza game, I would play like the main story and also the side stories.
Well, yeah, I'd say that's the best way to experience them.
Yeah, it is.
I just, you know, it's not that I have a problem with like the kinds of minigames you get during the Yakuza games. The one thing that I've kind of realized about the Yakuza games, or the Like a Dragon games, was when I was playing Gaiden, or I made an attempt of playing Gaiden for the first time, The Man Who Erased His Name, like that one.
Yeah.
It was that moment when I realized that like pretty much every Yakuza game has the same kinds of minigames. There's very little variety, and it kind of just made me wonder, is Yakuza, or Like a Dragon, is it a budget game? I mean, sure, the games themselves are like loaded with content, but they're only loaded with content because they consistently like recycle the world it takes place in. They recycle the minigames.
I mean,
I honestly, the only Yakuza games I would consider quote unquote budgety are Zero, because it's kind of feels like an unnecessary thing.
I mean, it's a prequel.
Yeah, true.
Oh shit, Grandpa's dead.
And I want to remind everyone, you thought this was a kid's game, didn't you?
Yes, it is.
An old man got nuked.
It's still a kid's game.
It's a dream anyway.
Shut up, Edgy.
No, it's not. It's not a dream.
Well, that's my headcanon.
Uh-huh. Okay.
But
Yeah,
anyway,
no, Grandpa got nuked right off the face of the earth. Anyway,
But anyway, you were saying your
Zero
wrong opinion
Dead-
about Yakuza 0 being bad.
I didn't call it bad. I said it's a low budget game.
Low budget doesn't mean like low quality.
Yeah.
Okay, but I do want to remind. I'm assuming that you know this, but just in case you got confused, I do want to point out that Kiwami came after 0.
Yeah.
Not 0 came after Kiwami.
Yeah, I know
is the budget. Kiwami is a budget game in my opinion because that was just Yakuza 0, but the events of Yakuza 1 happened.
I still haven't started playing 1 because I still need to finish 0.
No.
But even then, I'm probably gonna do a stream series for Yakuza. So I'm only gonna have no knowledge of 1, 0, then not the other games.
I'm planning on like playing at least like Yakuza 0 for like as kind of like a birthday gift to like a friend of mine back in Scotland.
Interesting.
Who absolutely adores the Yakuza games.
By the way, I want to point out this honestly is the most annoying boss in the entire fucking game.
But yeah, even though I'm kind of down on the Yakuza games nowadays, I do want to respect them for like for the quality that at least 0, Kiwami, and Kiwami 2 had. Because I remember when I heard the news of Yakuza 0 heading to Steam, I was like so happy because I didn't even realize that was the thing. I figured it was like one of those, well, Sony paid us the big bucks and we're not even going to try, and then they were like, yeah, we're bringing it over to PC, and not only are we bringing it over to PC, we're only asking $20 for it. And then they asked $20 for Kiwami as well. For some reason they asked $30 for Kiwami 2, and then eventually the 3, 4, and 5 remasters came out 20 a piece as well. I think there was a discounted price if you're buying the whole trilogy, and with eventually 6. Like, I liked how you could get the entire mainline series on a budget. Like, you can get all of them for a relatively cheap price, and I guess it's also for that reason that I'm kind of spoiled and I don't feel like spending full price on Yakuza games anymore.
Yeah, I'd rather just wait for like them to go on sale.
Yeah.
I have no idea how that one missed.
I can see why you think this boss is annoying.
Yeah, it's like it's the swinging bit that just screws with you. Also, again, each segment, because this did get shown off in the first attempt, each segment is a pip of itself. So you need to hit all 8 pips to actually kill it. You cannot re-hit a pip.
That sounds like a good mechanic.
It looks like it looks like you can deal with like the swinging bridge and like the obstacles right like in the middle of it.
Yeah.
Going back and forth and all that. What I can't deal with is the wonky like hit detection with with Hoopo.
Yeah. Yeah,
on the enemies.
Yeah, the next boss has the same issue, but less. But not as much.
How is he still alive?
It's his final words.
These are his final words.
It's his final words.
It should be on his deathbed.
But to be fair, with a pipe like that, we cannot be sure if he died because of like his house being bombed or because of smoking.
Edgy.
Hey, I'm just telling people that they shouldn't smoke.
You're killing the moon worse than my hat.
Smoking is bad for you.
No,
you're killing the moon worse than my hat.
No, but like no, Edgy's right.
Definitely is. We're just doing a bit.
It's a bit, but like, Jesus Christ. Now that's a headcanon that I didn't really need in my life. Just Grandpa actually dying from lung cancer.
Imagine Imagine if I had to choke a hat in this cutscene.
God, that would be dark as shit.
Or the prince hat. Or the prince hat.
No, the prince hat would be funnier.
The
The Joker
you
hat
can-
is just fucked up.
I mean, you can still Photoshop it on.
Nah.
No, too much effort.
And honestly, the Moo hat's a pretty good mood dampener.
It's just...
Wait, hold up. Hoopo called him Grandpa as well. Are they like related?
It's basically sibling
Kinda.
type thing. It's basically sibling-esque. They're not really
Sibling
related,
energy.
but Grandpa's still calling Klonoa's Grandpa. It's like calling your best. It's like the kids of two best friends calling the other best friend uncle.
All right.
I
Well, I haven't done that. So I'm
I
just
was-
going to
And
compare
somehow
it
the
to,
fish can fly.
It's a flying fish.
You're talking like you never saw a flying fish before?
Not this kind of flying
Not
fish.
not an actual fish that can fly in the air.
I've seen a flying fish. Although to be fair, I could have been high.
Yeah, you were high, all right. In the air.
Well, no, I was high on shrooms,
Yeah, no shit, Sherlock. I was
and
joking.
just for legal reasons, they're legal.
That's a joke.
Well, not even that's a joke. They're legal, and it was a joke, and it's legal to joke.
Yes.
And yeah, now we have all the civilians of the mainland. There are
Hell
only
yeah.
12 civilians left. Wait, no. 24.
I was gonna say, like,
Yeah, 24.
4 times 6 is 24.
Yeah, no, my mind, yeah.
Welcome
Maybe
to
you're
basic
tired
math
too.
with Mega Boy.
2 plus 2 is 4. 2 plus 2 is 4.
A fairy can make 2 plus 2 equal fish!
Also, I do also want to point out, yeah, the ruined segment is the only spot that has only six civilians.
Okay, but here's a like little calculation for you. If I go to Burger King and I order a burger and then I order another burger, what do I have?
2 burgers.
2 burgers.
No, cholesterol.
And 2 burgers.
Well, no, because I've eaten them and they turn into cholesterol.
What?
Just kidding.
Yeah.
I don't eat at Burger King.
Yeah, Burger King's fucking awful anyways.
I like
Just
Burger
go
King.
I mean, fair enough. Fair enough. I mean, you can like whatever the heck you like, but
No, you know what's a very good burger? And I know that a lot of people are going to get on my ass on this. A filet-o-fish.
God damn it, Edgy.